fix this lighting. And we're live. What is going on, LBHT crew? Man, oh man, oh man. That was a stressful game. Let me turn this off here. B, your game, not so much, right?
No,
It
no
is what it
stress.
is. It is what it is.
No
But
stress.
the Ravens beat the Bengals in dramatic fashion, like it says in the title. 41-38 in overtime. The defense did everything they could to lose that game. Okay.
They did. Apparently, Lamar needs to have a one-on-one, well, not a one-on-one, but a live on Instagram talk with every member of the defense because Marlowe showed up and made a play at the end. The rest of them, I'm not sure, but that defense is awful.
I
But
think you're on to something.
but good news is Lamar is the best player in the NFL, and he showed it again.
Facts. Now, look, credit to Joe Burrow. He had 5 touchdowns. He looked amazing.
He did.
But, I mean, you can look amazing when you can throw the ball at Jamar Chase and he can
Run 70 yards
everyone.
on the 4-yard catch. That's all right.
Jamar Chase is amazing. This is why it's important to have playmakers, special players, by the way. Okay, because there were a few plays. I mean, look, they're not going to talk about it because Joe Burrow looked great, but he had a few plays where they were bad passes, but they're just good catches by T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, so it doesn't get talked about. All right. There's a couple of drop interceptions too. One major one by Roquan Smith, who he just looks terrible. Defense looks terrible. They all look terrible. Okay. Marlon Humphrey can get a pass this week because he made a big play. Okay. And you're absolutely right, B. On that play ride home, Lamar needs to tell Marlo, cut your Instagram live on and follow me. And start going to each one of the defensive players like, you need to do better. You need to do better. You need to do better. Right? Just all the way down the line. All right. And then just cut the IG live off. Okay. And shout out to King Henry for a clutch play at the end. He didn't have a lot of yards this game. It was one of those games I was getting frustrated because he only had 12 yards or 12 carries. Going into overtime. I think they said like 12 carries.
It was 14 carries for 40 yards.
Yeah, but I mean before that big play, he did. Yeah, he had 13 carries, I guess. And I'm like, they didn't use him again. And then he just came through on that big run.
Well, yeah, I mean, shout out to the blockers because I mean, any running back on the planet would have made that play. He was untouched again. So at this point, I mean, I hate to say
he did push the one dude out. He got a little bit closer.
I mean, he didn't get touched until he was onto the third level.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it. I never thought I would say it, but at this point, I'm riding with Pat Ricard more than anybody on that defense. Because yuck.
Man, credit to the offense all around, man. Charlie Kolar, look, all the tight ends, all 3 of the tight ends, even Andrews looked good today. I mean, Andrews, he was disappearing for a little bit, but then when we needed some clutch catches, he made the catches. Charlie Kolar obviously had some big plays. Isaiah Likely on that play with Lamar. I mean, if you didn't see it, you'll be seeing it on Sports Center and Twitter and everywhere. That was a great highlight.
Yeah, I do want to take a moment to point this out real quick. This from Slippery Pete saying Zach Orr is not the answer. Fire that bum. Mike McDonald was doing the exact same thing his first year.
He was. Yes, he was. He was.
So, he's 5 games into being a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I'm not throwing Zach Orr out right now. Like we expect a higher level of performance from the defense because of how we looked last year, and I did too. But I don't put that as much on Zach Orr. I put that on the veteran players. The way Roquan Smith is playing is not because of Zach Orr. He just looks bad, missing tackles, not dropping back into coverage. You drop back when you drop back into coverage, you're flat-footed. You don't know where you're looking. Like, he does look out of shape.
Yeah,
he looked like he lost a step. That's not Zach Orr's fault. That's his fault.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
like I said, the offense looked fantastic today, though. So that
they
was
did.
nice. Lamar played a great game. Zay showed up out there. Rashad Bateman made some great plays. Isaiah Likely had a couple touchdowns. Charlie Kolar showed up with a big catch. Mark Andrews showed up. I wasn't focused entirely on the O line, but they looked like they played pretty well for the most part. Obviously, Derrick Henry came through in the end with the 51-yard run to get him the win.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a great game from the offense, but they have to get the defense figured out moving forward. They have to.
All right. We can't stay long today. For real this time. For real. I'm already supposed to be on the road like a half an hour into my drive. Okay. That overtime threw everything off, but I had to stream real quick after that. Give y'all something. We're trying to be more consistent with these things. We're not even in our regular setup, but we just wanted to get this to you real quick. So just couple comments. We'll discuss the Panthers. Not much to discuss with the Panthers, right?
Look,
Like,
I know that I know you had to get on the road because I did get a text message from my nephew, and it was 3 words. It said about the donuts. Uh, so he is.
You better have his donuts.
He's looking to get out here and have some Dunkin' Donuts, which he's going to be very disappointed.
Andy T Sports says Lamar Jackson best QB in the league. Indeed. Well, this is one of those games that is going to kind of help his case towards the end of the season for another MVP title, right? Because it's all the media's, I don't say fault, but like it's their doing, because every time they compare him to a top quarterback who should win the MVP that year, they go into that game and they beat that quarterback,
Yeah.
right? It was Josh Allen last week. Josh Allen was clear. Remember, it seemed like so long ago. Josh Allen was a clear MVP frontrunner.
Now he's on a losing streak.
I know. He battled back though. He battled back. That's a tough.
He did battle back for that loss.
Yeah. So this week there, the disrespect was Joe Burrow. I guess people were saying on some of these media outlets, and you guys got to stop taking what these people say to heart.
Because you did, I do want to point out, you said he battled back.
Yes.
When I first checked the score or the stats for that game, the Buffalo and Houston game we're talking about,
Yes.
he was 1 for 9, and CJ Stroud was 10 for 10 with a touchdown. Josh Allen finished 9 for 30. Not a whole lot of battling. He did complete one very short pass to Keon Allen, who then took it a long distance for a touchdown. So I'm not gonna give Josh Allen
Coleman.
that. Yeah, my bad. Keon Coleman.
I didn't say it was a good battle.
I
said he battled back.
I'm not giving that to Josh Allen. Without Keon Coleman housing that catch, he has under 100 yards and 0 touchdowns.
I tried to fight for you, Josh. I like you, Josh, man. But
You
looked awful. You looked awful. Okay. Ayo Fon says, "What excuse are the commentators going to make for QBs? Lamar's a beast."
I don't think you got to make any excuse for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow played his ass off.
Yeah.
Marlo made a really nice play to intercept that pass, but Joe had a career day on that secondary.
That interception. That interception Burrow threw. I would have made that same throw too. I mean, look, I ain't a quarterback, but I don't think it was a bad pass. Like, he was killing them with that same pass all day long. I wouldn't have expected that defense to do anything because the defenders have been there the whole game. They're just standing there flat-footed though, right? This time, Marlo decided, I'm going to jump on this play. That's the only difference.
Yeah. And I gotta say, man, like, as bad as Baltimore's defense played, Cincinnati's was somehow worse. Like, they didn't even slow Baltimore down, let alone stop them. That was embarrassing. I know that they completed that touchdown to Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow was on that sideline sweating. He was like, get ready to do it again.
Tyrone said, so Lamar didn't fumble again? He did fumble. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know what your point is, Tyrone.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
What do you? I'd like to know what your point is there.
That was a bad. I mean, that was on Lamar. Like, I mean, you're clapping for the ball. I mean, be ready for it. And he kind of, I think he just took his eyes off for a second, and he dropped it.
Kevin says, I disagree. You have Chase and Higgins. You shouldn't be losing with that. Look how they hold Lamar with what he has. They scored 38 points. That is not on the offense. We'd be saying the exact same thing had they made the field goal and Baltimore lost. You cannot put that game on either one of the offenses. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Neither
Slippery,
one of those
slippery,
defenses showed up to play.
yeah, Slippery P says it. Bungles cooked the Ravens defense. Cooked the defense.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing because they were getting busy on the ground in the air. They could get it however they wanted it. Right, that defense. I mean, and again, I mean, yes, Zach Orr is the defensive coordinator, so of course some of that falls on him. He's got to put them in the right positions. But damn, man, like Roquan just looked bad. You know,
Yeah.
like that's on Roquan. I expect Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Nnamdi Madubuike, right? Like Travis Jones. I expect those guys, Marlowe, those veterans, to play better. They got, you got a rookie defensive coordinator. To me, that's not an excuse to play as bad as you played because, again, the comparison is the 2000s defenses, right? That's what we want to be. That's why we spend so much money and picks on replenishing the defense. We want that. We want to replicate that. With those guys, went through tons of defensive coordinators because those defensive coordinators got head coaching jobs,
Yeah.
right? And it didn't slow them down because those guys on the field already knew what to do. They didn't need another coach come in there telling them what to do. They know where to go.
Now, to be fair, these guys are younger than those guys on that team. Yeah. Kyle Hamilton's in his third year now. Madubuike third or fourth year. So they are younger. They're not in their prime yet. And they lost more than just Mike McDonald. They lost all of their veteran defensive coaching talent. Right.
That's true. Yeah. Now, Madubuike played well today.
Tyrone, I just meant stop giving Lamar the credit for everything. Shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up. Like, they scored 40. They scored 41 points, bro.
Like, hold on. He had a turnover.
Who else would you like credit to go to? Tyrone.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I want to know. Like, who else are we talking about that put the game on their back? Who else? I mean, look, they all played their part, right? But I mean, damn, man, like Lamar was great. Joe Burrow was great. We're not sitting here saying Joe Burrow he threw an interception. That was a costly pick for them, but he played great. And by the way,
led you in rushing through regulation. By the way, if not for that last run from Derrick Henry, he would have led the team in rushing again.
Oh yeah, I didn't even look at the box score. Look, I also want to do this before I forget, but I want to keep this streak going of giving Justice Hill his props. Another solid performance from Justice Hill, man. I really like this guy, B.
Mm-hmm.
Like every week, he's going out there doing his job. He's blocking better, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. He's the tiniest guy on the field, and he's making some critical pass blocks. And he's extending drives. He's getting first downs. He's running hard. He is a critical part of this offense.
He is.
Harbaugh with his time management. I don't think Harbaugh did a terrible job at the end. The timeouts. I think he did all right. I just don't like the fact that. Again, I mean, the game shouldn't have gone like this. We're excited for the win. We should have just straight up beat them.
Yeah, they should have crushed the Bengals. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the problem that we have with Harbaugh-led teams. We knew this. This was not a surprise at all. All right, this is not a surprise. Bengals aren't playing well, but they have talent. But we're supposed to be the better team. We went up 7-0. Should have been 14-0. All right. We just don't focus. Lamar win another MVP? I don't know. It's too early to say.
It's too early, but there aren't a lot of great candidates right now. So I think the Josh Allen campaign is probably over.
We'll see.
So I mean, he if we're talking about right now, he's definitely in the conversation.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Man, 153 people in here. Okay. Hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. All right. This is just a quick stream. We want to do a quick stream. If you're looking to do super chat, we do super chat a little differently over here. We do that pin link that you see in the in the chat box. That'll take you to our Streamlabs page. Also, Cash App $ LBHT show, or you scan that QR code right there in the bottom of the screen, right there next to B. Both ways, you leave your donation, leave your comment, and you'll get animation on the screen, and we'll read your comment on the screen. Okay. Also, Wednesday is our main show. All right. LBHT show that starts at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. We talk a lot of Ravens, Panthers, and all kinds of sports. We've talking a lot of WNBA. We have a court of public opinion, talk about things that are, just going on. Lots of fun. So come join us if you're new. And if you're a regular member and you want to support the show more, patreon.com/LBHT show. All you need is $5. That's all you need. If you want $10, get you even nice little coin right there. Like that right there. See? And that'll get you access to our overtime shows, an extra show that we do after our main show, which is a lot of fun. Get you access to our Discord as well. So check it out. All right.
So now, while everyone is here, we're going to talk a little bit about the Carolina Panthers. I do mean a little bit because they lost 36-10 today. Andy Dalton had a terrible game, 136 yards and interception. They actually put Bryce Young in towards the end of the game, which I was shocked by.
Did they really?
They did. I didn't see all of Bryce's snaps. I only saw the end of the drive where he got sacked for on fourth down and they turned it over. But before I tuned in, he was like 3 for 5 for 58 yards. So I want to go back and look because the few plays that I saw, he didn't look any better. He didn't look any different, really.
They says that we have
just a little, just a little,
just a little.
But I want to go back and look and see how he looked on those first few plays where he completed a few passes. But yeah, I mean, Carolina's beat up. Their defense is, they got hit hard by injury. The offense isn't particularly talented. Andy Dalton was never going to be a long-term solution. So yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly there. But we'll have to see moving forward. I don't know. I honestly don't know why you would put Bryce Young in at this point. Because all that's going to do, but all that's going to do is invite questions because Andy Dalton played like garbage, and now it's going to be, well, does Bryce have a chance to get this job back?
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Like if they're thinking, the thinking is yes, we do want to give him another shot. It's not over for him, and we want to build his confidence up. Let's go in there and get some easy reps, get in the groove of it, and by the end of the season, we're going to throw you back out there.
We'll see. We shall see. But they're down to 1-4. They've got the Falcons next week. That's probably a loss. They've got the Commanders the week after that. That's probably a loss. And they've got a winnable game against Denver after that. But they are still on track for that number 1 pick, which is the most important thing. What's up, Nitro? He says best QB in the league. Absolutely. Especially with the way that Pat's been playing so far this year.
Yeah. But they've been winning, and we're at the point now. Well, they're at the point. They don't care about regular season stuff, regular season awards. They just want that trophy, right? And they are dead serious about getting 3 in a row. Nobody's ever done that before,
right?
They want it. So, we need to keep it going, and these wins are important for us because we got to show that we can compete. But when it gets to the playoffs, man, we have the ball out. There's no more excuses. There's no more time to say, hey, next year or still developing or, get those guys, time. It has to happen now.
Dan Franklin asking if I saw Cam Ward. I did not get to see the game last night. Did you see what happened, Jose?
I saw it.
Miami was down 35-10 and came back to win 39-38. I'm a big Cam Ward fan. I'm thinking, at this point, if Carolina, follows through on their promise and gets that number 1 overall pick, they should look to trade down, see if they can grab Cam Ward, get some extra picks, and go from there. But I'm going to have to try and find a replay of it because 35-10 and winning the game is outrageous.
That running back for Cal, Ott, what's his name? Is that Jaden Ott, whatever? He's insane. He was killing y'all, but y'all bounced back.
That's right.
Raven C, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Big Cuz 410. Nitro, the Wonderkin Show. What's going on? MDT Sports, Daniel Franklin. Man, shout out to y'all for coming through, man. We do have to make this quick because like I said, I'm late.
Yeah.
Okay, but I had to stream after this game. Pay the Bill says Marcus Williams is a thief 100%. I'm gonna tell you the play that got me the most upset. I think it might have been the first touchdown that they scored, where like the secondary just all just standing there. They're in the zone, and Roquan's supposed to drop back into coverage. And I think it was a T. Higgins that caught the pass. He kind of caught like a little slant and just walked into the end zone untouched. I'm like, you guys are just gonna stand there?
The guy was playing out with outside leverage, and there was nobody on the inside, and yeah, that wasn't great. But you know, and the thing is, like, we look at it, and it's like, okay, well, the defense didn't play well, right? But the offense looked great, and they got the win. But you know, we know with Baltimore's history that you can't really count on them putting up 40 points when it comes playoff time, right? The offense never looks as good in the playoffs as it does in the regular season. Mostly that's due to a lack of talent that happens to teams that are less talented once they actually get to the playoffs and you're playing the best teams. But, you know, that's why we look at this, and it's a great performance from Lamar. It was a great performance from the tight ends and Bateman and Zay and everybody. But you've got to get the defense figured out, or it's not going to matter.
Yeah. Shout out to Yolanda. Says Roquan. Yikes. I got nothing to say to him, man. I got nothing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money we spent on that side of the ball. Akeem Johnson says, hope we get Devontae Adams. Very concerned about Zach Orr's pass defense scheme. Yeah. Like I said, Zach Orr, B called this from the jump. He was just like, you got to expect a drop off, right, in the first year. This is exactly how our coordinator was his first year here, right?
McDonald.
That's exactly how McDonald was his first year. Y'all forgot about that 21-point comeback that the Dolphins had on us in the fourth quarter. All right, I was ready for him to go right then and there. I was like, we can fire him right now, right? So you got to give Zach Orr some time, but those players, I don't give them that kind of grace. I expected a little bit of a drop off, but the way they look, man, and the money that we spent on them, that's why we say around here, #defund the defense. All right. There's too much going on that side of the ball. We got a first round pick at cornerback, B. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, he's had some tough assignments over the last few weeks. He's had some very tough assignments, man. But the number one pick, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make some plays. He's had a couple of drop interceptions too. Speaking of drop interceptions, Roquan, you know, he had a drop interception that could have really changed things going into the half because he dropped that pick, and I believe it was the next play. Was it the next play to score a touchdown, or 2 plays later to score a touchdown?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, they didn't make any of the plays that they needed to make until the very, very end.
Yeah, but they did, and that's key. So, Marlo, I'm going to crush the rest of the defense. You get a pass this week because that was a crucial pick. I thought we were cooked right there. I didn't think we were going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
All right. Because
and shout out to Cincinnati's coaching staff for saying, it was 50 plus, whatever. He'll hit it. We're not even attempting to gain yards on that last drive.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yes. In overtime, Lamar fumbles the ball. That's over. It's over, right? Like, we're not doing anything on defense. But then they decide to run the ball. That's the one thing that the Ravens are going to step up and try to stop. And they did. And they're like, yeah, let's just do it 3 times. Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes you need luck in games like that, man. Like, because normally he is going to hit that kick, but the holder, he fumbled the ball.
The free agent punter who they just brought in dropped the ball, couldn't get the ball back up for the hold, and went wide right or left, I think it was. So yeah.
Yeah, left. Wide left. So we caught a break and we closed it that time. Thank goodness. I know we were trying to do that on the first time around, but
Mhm.
we figured things out and man, we needed that. We needed that.
Akeem says, "Are the Bengals done now at 1-4?" I mean, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
realistically, yes. But I mean, again, the entire AFC North is much worse than we expected it to be at this point. So the leader of the AFC North is going to be 3-2. Well, it's possible Pittsburgh wins, right? So I mean, they could be
Yeah,
four
yeah.
and one,
Well,
but
I picked Pittsburgh to win.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think they're gonna be
But
4-1.
but
Yeah.
but the thing is, even if they're 4-1, it's Pittsburgh, and that's kind of like who we thought would be the worst team in the division. So you don't really expect that to hold up. Although they are playing better on offense week by week, they're just not
Yeah.
good on offense. Um, but this is about the Bengals, right? It's not even about the rest of the teams, really. Like they're just not a good team. They've
Yeah.
got Burrow, they've got Chase, they've got Higgins. They don't have much else going on for them.
But man, that's a hell of a tandem there at wide receiver. You could do a whole lot, and they got hurt in the offensive line. Their first round pick, what's
Mims.
it? Mims.
He did come back though. He did come
Yeah,
back. He left to get X-rays and then came back later in the game.
yeah. So when you got talent, man, you can cover up a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
You know, which having Henry helps. We need more, right? Um, the offensive line did solid. The one egregious one was obviously that safety. Nobody blocked on that safety, man. Like they just let the dude come right through. Yeah, that's another thing that just kind of upset me. But outside of that, they did their thing. And again, I give credit to Lamar more than anything for how they played in that second half with efficiency, with urgency. I don't think Harbaugh did that.
right.
I think that's Lamar saying, "Hey man, we got to get this. We can't come off the field with the field goal. We need touchdowns." And they gave them touchdowns. That's and that's another reason why I think I don't know if he's going to get MVP again, right? It's an uphill battle for Lamar to get these MVPs, but he's gotten even better, right? He's grown as a leader. He's a vocal leader now, and I think it affects the way that team is playing, right, in terms of executing. So
I'm seeing a lot of Daniel Falele slander in the chat, and I just want you to know that I'm not reading any of these comments.
B is a Daniel Falele truther,
And
okay?
Ross says the Bengals have a better O line. That's cool, but if you can't stop anyone from scoring, I mean, the Panthers put a 24 on them, and it looked easy. Like, if you
Yeah,
can't stop anybody from scoring, it's just not going to matter, man.
yeah, yeah. All right. Appreciate y'all coming through. We had to make this a quick one. All right. 133 people in here. Hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. All right. We're going live tomorrow on Coach's channel. Okay. Sip to Tally Films. We'll be there for the Ravens Roundup, so you can find us there tomorrow. And then we'll be right back here on Wednesday. And I guess we'll have a special guest.
I suppose.
I suppose. So we'll see. But keep it civil, B. Keep it
I'll
civil.
try. I'll try.
All right. Really, look. We like to poke fun around here. Okay, we're not savages. We'll treat you. We'll treat you fine. Okay, it'll be fine over here. Okay. Yeah, check us out. Check us out Wednesday, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. We got a website too, LBHTShow.com. Go over there, check it out. Sign up for our newsletter, our pending newsletter. Get on the wait list. Okay, it's gonna be worth it. Just put your email address in there and trust us. All right. If you like what we're wearing, this is merch that we sell on the shop. Okay, just click on shop when you get there. And yeah, please make sure. Yep, like Yolanda says, please make sure to hit that like button on your way out and subscribe if you're new. There you go. Yeah, Cam, Bobby is pulling up. Bobby Trossett, aka Bobby Baltimore. All right. He's gotten a little heat for that name lately. He's going to defend it on the show. All right. So come check it out. All right. B, are you ready?
Yes.
I hope you guys appreciate this stream. I am so late. All right. I got a lot of traveling to do. But yes, we'll be back here. Not here. We'll be back here on Wednesday. We'll be on Coach's channel tomorrow, Sip to Tally Films. The links are in the description, right? Everybody in our crew, okay? Because we move like Wu-Tang out here. All right. Coach Evans from Sip to Tally Films, Hendo from the Road Pod, our brother OTR Mike from Open Mic with OTR Mike, Chris Just Joking from the Deep Cover Podcast. All right, they're all in there. Our guy Ferris, from LGR, the whole Let's Get Ready crew. Everybody's in there. Raven C, I put your link in there as well. All right, Yolanda, link is in there as well. Okay, so click on everybody's links, hit subscribe. It takes not even 2 minutes. All right, so go do that. Support us. Okay, we're building a strong community over here. All right, go watch some football. In fact, no, Coach is doing a stream at 6:00. Go over to Coach's channel for the call-in show. Call in, get it off your chest. All right. If you have a lot to say, go over there and express your thoughts. All right. So that's at 6:00. All right. Watch some football until then. All right. We are out of here. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace.